Hello everyone, welcome to Thank You Universe. Much love to all my friends and allies tuning in today. So I've been on my YouTube journey and I've been doing pretty well. I'm pretty satisfied actually. I made it to 100 subscribers, so I want to do a little shout out. Hooray for that. And in honor of that, I thought I would do a video on appreciating your journey and appreciating where you are in life. So a lot of us are always thinking about the goal. We're not thinking about where we're at. We are in our mind in the future, and we think that we need to be somewhere. We need to get there. We need to be that person. We need to have that job. We need to do so many things to get there, because when we get there, we'll finally be happy. Well, a fun little thing that you learn is that when you achieve certain goals that you told yourself you'd finally let yourself relax, take it easy on yourself and stop, hassling yourself all the time, when you finally get to that goal, you've already made it a habit of not being happy and not being satisfied with where you are, so you don't give yourself that relaxation and that peace that you promised yourself. So that's why we need to talk about these 4 ways that we can learn to appreciate where we are in life right now. Because the only moment that exists is now, right? So you gotta enjoy it. So with that, number 1, understanding that your life is in the process of unfolding. What does that mean? Well, all time exists right now. So that goal that you're trying to achieve, it's already in your future, and your life is unfolding to it. So when we try to manifest certain things, one of the best ways to do that is to know that it is in our future and it's already happened, and to think of it as if it is already happened. So our future is already there, and our life is simply in the process of unfolding to that moment. So if you want to be a famous singer and you're still learning your basic chords and scales right now, you are already that famous singer, because it's already happened at another moment in your timeline, in your beautiful life's journey. That's what you're doing. And so, instead of struggling so hard and thinking, let me just finish and let me just be the master now and do everything that I have to do and work so hard, enjoy the moment. Treat it like you're riding a ride, like, woo! You're just getting there. You're unfolding to that moment. So, you're already there in your goals. So ride the ride, enjoy it, be in the moment now and experience this part of the journey, because this is the time to do that and you're not coming back to it. You may only pass this way but once. So enjoy it while you're here. Sometimes we look on things with hindsight and we're like, oh, things were so great back then when the flies weren't in my face. But maybe someday you'll be looking back and you'll be like, I missed those flies when they were in my face when I was trying to record a video. Why didn't I appreciate the moment when I had it? So your life is unfolding to the point that you want it to be, and you will ultimately achieve the things that you want to achieve in life. So don't have this gloom and doom attitude like I'm never gonna make it unless I just struggle and constantly work myself and stress myself, because you are unfolding to that moment. So just enjoy it. Alright, second thing we need to learn is that, this is a big one, you are good enough no matter what, as you are right now, and you don't need to prove anything to anyone. So a lot of us, like I said, we feel like we need to be a certain way for other people, and we don't appreciate who we are in the moment, and we want to become the master already, and we try to impress people to feel good enough. Because inherently we have these woundings, like maybe we were made fun of as a child, or maybe our parents were always disappointed, or we didn't get the grades that we wanted in school, or you climbed a tree and you fell out of it and you never went back to climb that tree. So you feel like you're not good enough, and you have these inherent feelings of lack of value and lack of worth. So one of the keys is to not make your love for yourself and your appreciation for yourself dependent upon completing tasks, dependent on your productivity. That's a very Western capitalist consumerist idea in this go, go, go society. You need to get this done, get everything done. We only like people who get things done. But if you only like yourself when you're finished, most of the time you're working towards that finished product. So most of the time you're not gonna like yourself, you're not gonna love yourself. So you have to give yourself permission to love yourself now, no matter what. You are good enough no matter what, okay? This is just me trying to shake myself, my past self, like trying to tell myself that, because it's something I've struggled with. Because we all think that we have to get there and we have to achieve that job or that ideal life or that body, lose a certain amount of weight. We have to do these certain things and complete these certain things and become this expert professional that everyone respects before we respect ourselves. But it actually works quite the opposite of that. Our inner respect and our love for ourselves is what helps us create ourselves into the person we truly want to be, so that we're not living for the validation of others. We already feel valid and know who we are, and so then we pursue what we truly desire. And that's how we can learn to appreciate our journey where we are right now. And you don't have to be dependent on pleasing other people or impressing your parents or your wife or your husband or your grandparents or your grandparents' wife's husband or any of that. And, just enjoy the moment, which takes me to step number 3, meditation. Mindfulness meditation is one of the greatest things, and it's one of the most consistent things I talk about in my video, because meditation is great for everything. So when you meditate, you really learn how to still your mind and to get in the moment. A lot of learning to appreciate life in the moment for how beautiful it really is quieting the chatter of the mind. We constantly have these thoughts, these nagging thoughts going on in our heads of what we need to do, or these responsibilities, or these worries and fears. When you meditate, you learn to silence your mind and just become one with the experience. And the colors get brighter, and the sensations become more vivid. And the air in your lungs all of a sudden feels so much better. And quieting the mind is a long-term process because, hey, up until now in your life, maybe, if you haven't started meditation yet, or if you're still getting into it, you haven't learned to be in the moment. And so it's going to take some practice to undo these lifelong habits. Not as long as your whole life has been, don't worry. You can learn this shorter than your whole lifetime. But it will take some practice, so that's why you need to get out there and get meditating and do it now so you can love yourself. No, just take a little time every day. Start with something small, like 5 minutes. Work your way up to half an hour to an hour, 7 days. Start levitating. But start with something small and just learn to appreciate the moment and just be, and not think about what you have to be doing or what you have to achieve. Let yourself slip into this state of universal awareness and oneness, because we are all one and you are one with the universe. And when you really get into that mind state where your mind is quiet, you just be and you start to feel it. And it's a sensation that I can't really describe for you, but it's quite amazing, just this joy that you feel in that moment of peace and oneness, that you don't have to do or be anything and you are alive and you are so grateful and happy for it. And it's really beautiful, and life is so beautiful. It really is. So I wanted to share that with everybody, and that takes me to number 4. Ties in pretty directly to how beautiful life is gratitude. Appreciating the moment and having an attitude of gratitude. So we're all focusing on the things that we don't have, the things that we are not yet, the things that we want to be. And instead of focusing on what we do have, we focus on what we don't have. So maybe you've heard, focus on what you have, not on what you don't have. Focus on who you are, not on who you want to be. Not on who you are trying to be. Because you have a lot to appreciate, you know? You're alive, you're in this body. Maybe you've gone through some hard times. I know, many of us have, a lot of us have, and it can be a lot to deal with, but you're still here, you're still breathing. You can still put a smile on your face if you really want to. It's gonna be okay. So appreciate all the things you have in life. Appreciate the little things. Appreciate the flowers. Appreciate the butterflies. It's summertime right now. Whenever I see a butterfly, it just brightens my day. So I'm just really learning to appreciate all the small things, and that's what can help us to appreciate our journey and appreciate every single beautiful subscriber that you get along your way to becoming a YouTuber, or you already are a YouTuber, or a musician, or a school principal, or a teacher, or whatever it is that you want to be. Just appreciate who you are, and you're going to become that person, and be grateful for the person that you are, because the desires that you have show you who you are going to be. Your authentic desires show you who you are, and appreciate that person that you are, and remember to focus on who you are and what you have. Maybe you're not a world famous rock star yet, maybe you're not the greatest scientist in the world, maybe you don't have that job that you want yet, but you are someone who can achieve those things, and you have the capability of doing so. You have infinite potential, because this universe is infinitely abundant, and you will receive whatever you truly desire, so long as you allow yourself and let yourself, and remember to be grateful. So again, thank you so much everyone for coming with me on my journey, on this YouTube journey. I have received so much positive feedback already, and I'm so grateful, and 100 subscribers, woo! But some of the messages and comments that I get from people are really reassuring to me, and it helps me know that I'm reaching people. So if you've got anything to say, if you like the video, if you just want to talk about your life experience and how you appreciate this beautiful life journey that you're on, go ahead and leave it down below in the comments. Much love to all my allies. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will be seeing you on the next video. Bye!